they wanted, because the thing is, like, the Dragon Knight matchup's not that great for this hero. The DP matchup is okay. The gyros, sure, it's good, but the two supports here is miserable. Shadow Demon Jakiro.
Yeah, no surprise, I guess, in that regard, just because the two safe lane carries are so strong, and they're backed up by decent supports. Daze, Disruption, and Puppy still level 1. They took advantage of the situation, found an opening, and managed to get first blood. So Daze, pretty clutch with it. The fact that he pulled off that TP play earlier.
So he gets the last hit on it.
The dive, Daze, Blood Grenade, and being chased down with the Fire Spirits. A lot of damage over time coming from this duo.
And I always thought this matchup was honestly good for Dragon Knight overall in the grand scheme of things. Like, here's the high armor hero.
Nice catch. Liquor got tired of getting low over and over again in the bottom lane. Turns up to top and gets the kill on Daze, and will now make the rotation. Mixa doing a good job. Oh god, maybe cursed him. I was gonna say of not overextending and not getting caught by the rotation of Liquor, but then that's exactly what happened. So there he goes. I almost feel like mid laners can't do the 7-minute play anymore because teams have gotten it was so meta for a little window of time that teams have developed all these strategies to play against it. Whether it's, you know, making sure to mass rotate or having these picks mid that will punish it in some way. Doom does get used to kill the Jakiro. Shadow Shaman survives off of his foul play, and no damage over time to be able to stop him.
The dangerous part, we're going to see something we saw in all those other games where if Secret just bring numbers, I think you just kill him. Like, you drop Wukong on his face, drop a Rolling Thunder. You can't really bail him out.
Mixa goes back to help out Daze, but he's going to realize that this situation is not a winnable one. He does manage to get the kill on Theolacor. Looks like foul play was still on cooldown, but with the presence of the Monkey King, it does not go well. You could see why he wanted to get aggressive there, because it seemed like OG wanted to make a move. They were coming through the gate at that same time, but Heroes just arriving to the fight late. The Jakiro and Gyrocopter not able to really get to the fight in time. Stormstormer does do the thing where you're saying if Monkey King's gonna leave, you pressure the tower, but getting caught in the process makes the situation much worse. Oof. Got a bit of damage on the mid tower, but dying for it, not worth at all. They've almost gotten both the safe lane and the mid tower, but it almost feels like OG is like they feel so pressured to get these early towers that they, you know, there's all these heroes that show up mid, and then they're like, okay, we got to do as much damage to the safe lane tower as possible. And then when they, you know, heroes show up in the safe lane, Stormstormer's like, I got to hit that mid tower. And they are just getting caught on both sides. And at this rate, Secret is going to be the ones taking the tier 1s first because of a move like this where they kill the Dragon Knight and take over the lane. And even as you TP in, you're TPing into Rolling Thunder potentially. So this is going to be dangerous for Shad. He's already lost both his supports. Monkey King will hop away through the trees, and they'll be able to get out. And it's just going to be impossible to beat in those mid-game team fights. So I don't feel bad if the game speeds up for the Doom, and I don't feel bad when it slows down like this either.
That's called just being a good hero.
That's true. Nice initiation into the Ice Path Macropire. I mean, they do have some. They have that, right? They have that follow-up to the Dragon Tail initiation. Jakiro's probably one of the better heroes to take advantage of that situation, but they would like more off of the situation. They might know the Monkey King's here because
he's taking a lot of damage.
He's taking so much damage. This exorcism, it's ate him up, and beautiful disruption. He's coming back and he's still dead, but the exorcism lasted long enough. It did extra damage. The supernova goes out there. No disables to keep the heroes in play. Kadaro even playing because he wants the gyrocopter.
There are games where this early blink looks good, but I think he's about to die here. And this is going to make it feel a lot worse. I just, honestly, part of me thinks, even if theoretically the blink is good, in the modern state of Dota, it's just kind of been eroded in terms of its value. Like, the map's just too big. People just farm too much.
The setup from Secret right now is too good, man. They get the Dragon Knight kill, but at the same time, the smoke rotation behind Shad, I mean, Fantastic setup from Secret. The fact they managed to pull off both kills, very crucial core kills like that, back to back, pretty sick. Trade-off is OG will manage to get the Tormentor. It's the Demonic Purge, but they're going to get caught on the way out. Now, Theo the Core is going to die for this one. Does the Pango want to go through this gate? He's going to get silenced. He's not going to get off Rolling Thunder away. He might just die of the Exorcism here, trying to get it off now, but the Exorcism, the last bit of damage. Oh, he needs a little bit more, and he's got him. Mixa gets the double kill. Secret gifting OG something on top of the Tormentor.
They're gonna get the Phoenix.
Was perfectly fine. They get the Phoenix as well. The trade-off was so good for Secret, and then they got greedy with it. Eastern European K boys.
Another solo play by DOTA2. This is again very awkward.
Very dead. He's going to get +1 maybe. Disruption on Cloud, and the silence is there. Can they get the follow-up with the slowdown? Yeah, they've got him. Man, nice OG, find. They're cooking now. Secret giving him some openings, and OG, I mean, to their credit, they're taking full advantage of this situation.
Roots 5 forced the objective-based fights where Secret have to respond, and you have your BKBs. Or at least you have the BKB on the Dragon Knights. You almost have the gyros, but you won't have it here.
Oh, they spotted him. Ace catches the Monkey King +1 with the Monkey King already dead. I mean, they got a Supernova in the pit. That's a really good position with the Doom out on Mixa.
Yes,
maybe they can blow him up here. Kiritich has to TP away during his BKB, but the Phoenix can finish him off. Well played by Secret. They'll probably still lose this situation. They're going to lose support, but getting the Death Prophet out of it. Yeah, I mean, if only the missile wasn't on him, he could have comboed that into the Rolling Thunder. Maybe they could have killed the Dragon Knight as well, and then maybe all bets are off for the Roshan. But as it stands, OG well positioned to take this Rosh if they just... I mean, they should have the courage to do so. Oh, God, they're actually going to fight this one. Rolling Thunder is coming out. Shad has managed to get that out of him with the Serpent Wards. Roshan's going to die here. He's going to pop the BKB, but he's blocked out by the Wards. He's got to get inside the pit to be able to grab this. Aegis, they go for it. Stormstormer jumps in. Aegis on the ground. Somebody pick it up, for God's sakes. Aegis, Shad finally gets the grab. They wipe out the 2 in the pit. They get the Aegis, and they don't get the Roshan kill. Shad is going to lose the Aegis. Rival's still jumping in after this one. Oh, somebody take this Aegis away from this man. All right, they finally got it. Kiritich, he'll take him off one swing of the sword. Now the question is, are you going to be able to get out? Secret seemed a little bit slow to... I mean, this is a 3 versus 5, boys. You got to get that kill and get away as quick as possible. Puppet gets caught. Now the missile into Kiritich. He's going to get the slowdown with the call down. Beautifully placed. Double slow into the ice path. Kiritich is gone, and OG had taken full control of things now. Reached the mid game. They, to their credit, they did not panic when things were going wrong. It seemed like in the early game, though. Now to jump in, that's going to be a Shadow Shaman dead right away. Traded up for the Jakiro. The Supernova goes off, and OG not in a position to deal with it. Meanwhile, the Doom is trying to run after the Death Prophet. Can't really commit though, because the Exorcism being out. So if OG makes read of the situation, they just kind of can push the creep waves into the base and maybe get a response. Puppy's there to try and deal with the creep waves. Now they go into the pit. Does OG actually know? They got a scan on him, so they do know. The Rolling Thunder, they see an opportunity. They go for the initiation. It's going to be Jakiro, already dead. Nullified out of this fight. Immediate buyback from him, though. That was an intentional play in some regard. Disruption used to try and bail out the Death Prophet here with a teleport onto the outpost. They have their full 5-man squad up, but Shad is a bit isolated here. Very isolated. Going to be shackled down, controlled up quite heavily. Can the rest of the team get here in time? Certainly not. They can't even take advantage of the situation. Daze, who showed up, he nearly gets killed as well. It's more buybacks coming out from OG. A quick teleport away. Nice readed situation from the Monkey King. Got out of there. Unfortunately, his offlaner does not. Cloud ends up going down. Yeah, if another fight goes bad, it's going to go really bad, because then you're dealing with dieback timers and a much bigger opening for Secret to take over the game. They caught the DK. Might just happen here with a pick off on the Dragon Knight. No BKB opportunity against a Shadow Shaman. BKB, Death Prophet teleports away. The other 2 supports will also both successfully get out. So they have managed to limit the losses as much as possible.
It's just smoke on smoke action, looking for the fight, even into the Aegis here. Let's see if OG can get some bait value out of it, but no, it's just, oh, nice disruption.
Good disruption, but the Supernova is out, so the Dragon Knight is ward trapped into a Supernova. So it is a clean win already. Mixa going back in going for the kill on a rival. Rival gets the big heal off and is able to win the fight against Mixa. He heals up the full shackles on a Shaddy, pops his BKB, but he's surrounded by too much physical damage. He wouldn't be able to TP out. And the Death Prophet coming back to life is instantly killed. The Aegis does nothing for you in this situation. Secret.
It's not complicated. It's not something you have to figure out. It's just who's the problem? Who's doing the most damage? The Dragon Knight? Okay, we jump and do it.
And we're not seeing that the other cores can carry the fight like we were theorizing, right? But have these other 2 cores be damage threats. But they did manage to catch Secret as they push. What happened there? They were like
getting way too greedy.
They rotated back their Monkey King back. Yeah, another situation where they're just getting too greedy. All right, well, seeing the illusions, OG definitely know there's probably a smoke in this area. There's some sort of play. Misa is not being that careful with it. Nullifier placed on him. They're getting the control on good disruption. Has an opportunity to get off BKB, but he still gets hexed up. He's underneath the supernova anyway, so likely to die. Shadow Demon in his attempt to bail out Misa. And Stormtrooper's going to go back in. Double buyback's going to be used right on the outpost here. BKB committed to kill off the Pango. He's dead. He has buyback though. Silence on 2 as Mixa starts slowing down the Doom. Doom gets eaten up by this Death Prophet, man. Good use to the Boundless Strike and Blink Daggers to try and retreat here. Rival BKB's TP's out. No control here, so he will manage to get away. Team Secret are gonna have to use some buybacks here, but maybe they could stall it enough. The exorcism starts like fading, and maybe they could take a team fight off of that. But 3 dead on the side of Secret, and OG push into the base.
If you win this fight, you're gonna get Roche off this. It could be a big throw from OG if you die overextending here.
Here comes the initiation. Some of these heroes don't have BKB, remember, and the buybacks have been completely committed inside the Wukong's command. Slowed down to a crawl. The Dragon Knight just cannot get out. That's 2 dead. The 2 that died do have the buyback, so OG may still be able to have a 5-on-5, or maybe Shat's going to be caught BKB here, and he's doomed up. He's also going to go down.
Doing a lot of damage,
lots of damage out. Holy shit, he got a lot of damage out.
Okay. Is that enough, though?
It doesn't seem to be enough. Without the OG are not sure, I guess, should they have bought back immediately and TP'd outposts? Could they have gotten here in time? I'm not sure, but as it stands, now they've lost a hero that does not have buyback. Now they really cannot contest Roshan, I believe.
It's pretty valuable, honestly.
Yeah. The recipe doesn't cost that much anymore, but it is. Oh, caught the Dragon Knight. Oh no, Stormer. He gets all the BKB. Doom is up in a second here. He doesn't have TP. Oh my god, what is he doing out here with no TP, man? Oh, I mean, he could try and blink. He could try and hide.
No, there's no way out. There's no shot,
no way
man.
Out. Oh no.
That's a terrible death for him. Gotta get the lanes out somewhere else at least, but I was just about to say, like, Secret just got big items off that. They got Refresher on the Phoenix. Don't have a smoke to do it.
They're trying to play on this high ground ward.
It's a good ward.
Doom, he's going to walk forward underneath that ward sentry. They're going to try and jump him. He does have the Aegis, though. The Rolling Thunder, it hit into some sort of rock there, so he wasn't able to hit the back line of the supports. Meanwhile, the Death Prophet surrounded, encased inside the Serpent Cage, and now the Supernova. The area is controlled, and it costs the Death Prophet her life. It's a 4 versus 5 now, and Secret, remember, they invested into all those refreshers. They are just as strong. There is nothing missing from this lineup, potentially.
It was a nice idea from OG, just not enough damage, and that Doom still having Aegis means you can't commit into that fight like that. Did get the Wukong, he'll refresh for it though, and yeah, Wukong round 2.
First half disruption goes out. Gyrocopter for the supports. They're going to pay the price for bailing out the Gyrocopter. The egg, though, maybe they can kill the egg. Yep, egg a little bit too far forward. The Gyrocopter and Dragon Knight are able to deal with that. Now the Wukong command has gone. It is much of the team fight of Team Secret. They'll get the extra kill. Cloud, he'll also die. That is 2 diebacks. 2 heroes that do not have buyback. But
he's looking.
Puppy, he's going to lose his off the gold. X initiation. Goes out. Got the initiation. Disruption goes out, but again, the Wukong's command just means that one of these heroes is always left behind. They can't save him, and then the support still, though. Bixa doing some decent damage here on Kiritich. Got him to about half HP. If they could have traded out kills somewhere, Would have been fantastic.
Going back in.
Goes back in. He sees the opportunity. Kiritich, he walks back in to try and help out for the kill, and MOUZ took full advantage of the situation.
No, OG, they're going for the throat right now.
They said secret. They're a little bit on the back foot. Let's see if we can get some mistakes out of them. Uses all of our resources to try and make this punch happen. Sunray burning down the gyrocopter. Got off the BKB though. He turns back into play. There goes the Supernova. Shad, he can't kill it. He needs a force snap down for low ground, who will survive for now. MOUZ slows down Kiritich. Kiritich not able to get a hold in that fight. Couldn't get a harpoon out. So nobody is going to be caught really on the side of OG.
What?
Reset.
He got shot.
They got shot. No. The Shadow Shaman comes in clutch and denies the gyrocopter his retreat. Now MOUZ, he'll also be caught up in it. The gyrocopter had the buy. The Death Prophet does too. But Secret do manage to get a punish out of the situation, pulling more resources out of OG. Sherpa Lord's in the pit.
Running out. Your DK forms at half. Kind of got to go here if you're OG.
They do. Rival playing his time. Supernova inside the pit. They can't go for it. Trying to get force snap. MOUZ doesn't get up the high ground. Gets up the BKB. Now gets up to the high ground. But now the Wukong's command is going to be dropped. And Roshan, it's going the way of Secret unless somebody makes the hero play. Daze tries to make the hero play. It's not enough. The timing's slightly off there. He almost had it. A blink disruption into an attempted Aegis grab. Silence on 3 though. Beautiful setup from MOUZ as the Wukong's command goes down and the buyback from the Shadow Demon gives them their numbers. They take advantage of the situation. They get some catch here. They will get 1, not 2 or 3 on the original silence that was set up by MOUZ. They get something. They do not get a massive lead.
So hard to push a fight into this guy.
Yeah, it's like you have to get the Wukong's command out of them, reset, don't lose anybody in that, and then try and do it again. And that's just MOUZ.
What a play.
The first attempt. Disruption. Got the grab on him. He's already at half HP. He's gone. But the damage came in, and that Monkey King died fast. Could he die a second time that quickly? Jumps away into the trees. Does manage to get back. A buyback from the Death Prophet, and OG are continuing to commit here. They couldn't get the Megas, though. The Doom is now expired, but remember, a refresher is up. More is coming. MOUZ, he jumps right in, immediately silences the Exorcism this time around. He's going to make sure he gets something out of it, but he gets doomed up again, and he's isolated from his team. No saves are coming. His rival has forced him off the Wukong's man, and the changing of the guard. He managed to dodge some damage and keeps himself alive. He shoved back the rest of OG, kept his team isolating the Death Prophet, and because of his facet, manages to stay alive. Without, the fear of OG just running it back at them.
You're pushing without tier 5 neutrals, though.
Trying to get the early initiation. Shadow Demon, he spots him, but the Wukong's command still went off. That's trouble. Now they're inside of the Wukong's command, and the Stormer Dragon Knight can't seem to get out. He's dead. He's going to have to use a buyback for this one. The Supernova and the Wukong's command controls the area for now, but they still had Glyph. So the barracks won't die yet. They'll be able to make use of their buybacks. But the barracks
just
are
want
low.
the Megas, man. That's all they want.
It's so hard to make the full commitment here, to jump in, the balance strike out, but a nice disruption. Puppy uses his Supernova now defensively, but it sets up the gyrocopter. He's going to mow down the egg, and the Shadow Demon, the Shadow Shaman rather, he's going to die for it as well. He's trying to get the protection to the egg. They do manage to get the Megas, but they're going to lose their heroes for it. It is 2 supports dead and 1 core. OG, they will have a chance to run it down. They will have the numbers advantage. They will have a 4 versus 5.
Man, if you had ways to start on this monkey, well, that's something.
I mean, the throne is exposed. They still have Glyph. So they can't all in for the throne. Not yet. Cloud, taking so much damage, is already going to die. He's going to have to use his buyback.
Okay.
And he will not have a Rolling Thunder on that extra life.
Yeah, he got messed up. Also, that's Wukong down. No refresher available for this monkey. He does not have a shard.
He was using refresher shards before. Oh, he's trying to catch the creep wave with the courier. They get the initiation though. Out, disruption goes out on a Shad. He's able to push himself away. Rival makes the commitment and immediately got stunned up in the ice path. Another buyback to be used. OG are whittling down Team Secret now, pulling life after life.
EXO running out. This is a window to try and end this game.
They have
You've
another
got to
exorcism. There's a refresher up. They can play this a little bit slow if they want to. Doom's going to be used out. Supernova as well. They have to get kills out of the situation. They've got a big one. The Dragon Knight's dead, and so is the Gyrocopter. Wait, no, not dead yet. A disruption goes out. Can he get off something through this time? He gets off a couple of flat-handed shots. Anybody dead? They got the Doom. They got a dieback out of him, and immediate buyback from the gyrocopter. If they can get more, they can still have the numbers advantage, but the Death Prophet dies a whale, and now it's Team Secret. Now they have the numbers. Now it's going to be a 3 versus 4 if Secret want to try their luck. Some bold plays that have not paid out before. Dangerous position to put yourself in, and Karatic is going to try and take advantage of the situation. They go for the heal, and they got him.
Well, if that was a bait, it was not a very successful one.
No.
Yeah,
he could
really
take that. He could take that, and he could take the attack range and pass range fast. They're actually going to try and have a poke here. That is a bold play from these supports. I mean, they get good damage out of that macro fire. Rival is kind of in an awkward position at half HP. With the Shadow Demon
what is going on?
He still gets some spells off. He had to change the guard though, Rival. He was able to get back. He refreshes immediately off the shard in case anything was coming their way.
Though I'm sure he would have enjoyed an Aegis. And now you get scanned. Secret pushing in. Trying to make something happen. Karatic, he's on a sentry, but he gets the Doom off anyway.
Does manage to get that initiation. Force Staff trying to get the Death Prophet out. Now a stun onto Karatic though. Stormer turns back around trying to kill the Dragoon, but he gets the cheese up. Full heal. Now Shad is joining in on the damage. Put some good damage onto Karatic, but they killed the Death Prophet and are being able to reset now. A couple flat cannon shots getting their way. Ghost Scepter helps the Tango be able to dodge the damage. Meanwhile, on top of the outpost, it is going to be the Shadow Shaman going down. OG will find something for this. They lost some heroes, lose some buybacks. They could get the full supports. That's not the end of the world, for sure.
Still have Doom available off the back of that refresher, so they can look mid. Yeah, they want a little more here.
They do. They could get something. Meeks that jumps over to the other side of the Wukong's command. The Wukong's command is being kited out pretty well with a demonic purge placed on the Doom. Good BKB TP out. Nothing to stop him there. But Rival, he was unable to make it away into the trees in time. Shad, with his new pickup, the Swift Blink, closes the gap. They get the Monkey King. They get him once. They get him twice. Now it's going to be OG. They used the buybacks to hold the team fight earlier, and now they can try and get the buybacks at a Team Secret. But in order to do so, Avery, it means they have to go into the dreaded high ground.
I don't know, dude. Like, are you supposed to do this? Everything we've learned in this game, it says you're not supposed to.
There is no other option. You have to get the buybacks out of them. That bare minimum.
They want all in it.
He's gone. Instantly, the Dragon Knight is dead. And Shaddix uses BKB. He gets bashed up. He's in trouble. He turns around, does the damage to the Doom. Doom's almost dead. Doom is dead. So is Puppy. The Phoenix is gone. The attempted bots in. They actually went for the death. Maybe he had to cancel it. Stormstormer goes for it. They kill the throne. They got it out of him. They got the glyph out of him, and with enough lives, they end the game. What a way to do it. OG proved that sometimes ramming into that brick wall does work, Avery.
It's back.
It really is. It really is. They didn't panic too much when things were going bad in the early game. They hit a nice mid-game swing. Then things start going bad again. We go into this crazy late game.
There's a lot of early fighting power for OG. But it feels like they're really in on snowballing this game at some point in the first 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be some crazy lane stomp, but like the action's got to get rolling here pretty early with this Disruptor Timber. His spells are strong. A little extra slow on the Battle Hunger.
They run into OG, but it's a fight in OG. They are here to fight.
Damage.
It is not going to be a straightforward 5-on-5. Found the strike, hits on a 3. Well played, but a lot of damage out from the Whirling Death onto the Doom. Disruption to make sure he can't get away. When it comes back in, it's First Blood for Mixa. So the OG already off to a good start with the First Blood almost getting caught in a bad situation. Unfortunately, Scorched Earth will mean he can always walk away, but it shows that the Phoenix is not there. They very clearly went on the Doom. Beatings didn't show. He's down in the bottom lane, but Theolacourt get caught in a bad situation there. Got a little bit too close to the tower, gets caught by that Remnant, but the Monkey King coming in. That's what they were playing for. Level 6 on the Monkey King. The Wukong's command does immediately get them a kill, though. Failing to find anything so far. Shad coming back into play, but he's got his shield, so even if he's a bit low, and it's Daze who's going to slow down Cloud with the disruption, Kadaro with the shocks, and then Glimpse not even needed, pulls back Corpse.
Fighting in OG early sounds nightmarish with glimpses, poisons. The Lina can easily TP, unless the Monkey King is just chasing people down with an early Jingu.
Oh, Stormstormer, he's gonna get greedy. He thinks that it's just him and the Monkey King alone in the trees, but Theolacourt managed to run his way
nice find.
all the way deep down into the mid lane. Still though, Mixa getting the solo kill in top lane is equally large.
Little things adding up here for OG in this early game. That's exactly what they want. If they can get some levels on the supports now, they're going to be really happy. They still have stacks on the triangle as well. However, they were scouted by Dire Warriors. They're going to make
another
a move
kill onto the Doom. He's just dead. There's no way out of it. Disruption into Whirling Death into Chakram is just like, he's 75% of his HP is gone instantly. Yeah, all this attack right now.
Missed the leap.
As the Disruptor comes in through the side, so it's support for support so far. And the Wukong's man really does. Oh, he got glimpsed back too. He's going to be glimpsed back into the Timber Saw. That is disaster for Team Secret. 2 different fights in the first 10 minutes that have gone horrifically wrong for them. OG now extending out a 4,000 network.
This hero's not great at pulling you back on his own in a lot of situations.
Even worse if he gets picked off as he's trying to farm up triangle and the smoke went his way. Timbersaw looks to slow him down and they got him on the glimpse.
Too easy, man. OG can just run into anything they want right now.
It does look like they gave up on the Doom kill though. Doom just TP'd out after the disruption. So
they're eyeing this Timber top. This is not the guy you can kill.
Shadow Demon though, if he steps a little too far forward, maybe Rival can get him with Wukong's command super.
Oh, cut the tree!
Oh, he cut down the tree. No, the Supernova will protect him. There's no punish. Rival will survive, but it means they miss out on the kill on the Monkey King. And the Doom, who just TP'd back, he doesn't have a TP to make that play again. Fortunately, oh wait, no, they still have the glimpse. They didn't catch him with the glimpse. They started off on him, and they will finish him off with the glimpse.
Everything is going right for OG right now. Oh, we got another tree cut.
Rival, he'll turn around. He desperately wants at least a kill on today's. He will get it, but he will die.
Just gotta find a space. And Aegis for OG, 4 minutes here. They can play really aggressive with this.
Time is now for Secret. Vanguard, Blade Mail, Blink Dagger. It's all up for the axe. And Puppy, he's trying to beat No Cloud. He called before he blinked. Oh no!
What did he do?
He called before he blinked. You gotta punch the numbers before you call, buddy.
Not like this.
Oh, it was all set up for this. They were bleeding out heroes all over the map, but it was all okay if they could make the axe timing work. They had to hit the timing perfectly. They had to hit it hard. They had to knock OG down a peg, and instead, the exact opposite happens. He fumbles it entirely.
It's pretty nice.
There's a tree, Rival. Not going to be able to jump away in time, and once the Timber Saw's on top of him. Had to make sure he couldn't get the Boundless Strike save. He almost got it off, but good Static Storm from Kadaro.
Trying to find the Lina down here, but Storm's already out.
They're going to run into the axe. Not a bad hero to run into at this point in time. Delay his BKB, stop him being the ones. Get the initiation. Mixa on a godlike spree. And Daze found the +1. Looks like he blinked disrupted Dealacor for an extra kill, putting Mixa beyond godlike.
10-0. You want to contest Roshan here? Available for both teams. They're going in.
Jump on the Timber Saw. They're going to try. Already a disruption has gone out. And Kiritich couldn't even get off the Doom. He BKBs, TPs out. A glimpse, I mean, you never can get clean out of this situation. If you do not win the fight, you're losing multiple heroes against Timbersaw, a Void Spirit, and a Disruptor.
Oh, not like this. I mean, you're going to get, like, disrupted on the play anyway. But...
Oh, brother, he's still going to get glimpsed back. And, okay, what is happening here? We've got a Serpent Wards on the Lina, and she is stunned. Dealacor is in a position to chain up the Lina here. It's up to Rival. It's up to everybody else. If the supports can take out the Aegis and Rival can actually maybe kill something with his positioning where he's at here, he's going after the Disruptor. Let's see what he makes of it. Static Storm does go off. They go straight for the supports off of that pause. They go for Puppey, try and take away the Supernova. They do manage to do so. There goes that Aegis, though. Kadaro didn't end up dying inside the Wukong's command, though. And coming back on the second line, BKB immediately active. Oh, Jesus. Change the guard. Rival trying to change his positioning, trying to get out, but they are just all over the place. OG swarming over the battlefield. Mobile enough to catch him despite his jumps, despite the facet, despite the shard. They catch him. They kill Puppey again. And that is, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Secret have anything left.
They're the ones getting set up on. They will find the Shadow Demon.
Ooh, blink right before Cloud. It catches him. Shad does manage to get away. Now they're kiting things out. Shad, he jumps into the back line. He's already silencing out. Rival, meanwhile, throws out his Wukong's command. But look at the damage. The Stormstormer is another amp damage, man. He just finds all of these amp damage, change the guard, but he can't change his positioning outside of the Wukong's command, so he still gets the kill. A Doom gets used for a 6 kill, perhaps. And it's going to be on a support. If he takes out, they got him. They did. But that is going to be a 5-for-1 OG. They can close it out now, looks like.
I feel so useless, but to be fair, almost anything would probably feel useless here.
Live by the call, die by the call. Got a one, got a good one, perhaps. Immediately bailed out by the disruption. Stormstormer has BKB. I think he still has Satanic too. Steph wipes them both out with a quick blink in whirling death. And without Doom, they have no, they have no options against any of the cores. OG. I mean, it was a close back and forth game, 80-minute game. And there was some great plays and there was some slip ups in that game one, but game two, OG, they played this as clean as you like. It really doesn't get much cleaner than this. They did well after watching first 15 minutes of game one. The fact and how close the game was and everything else, the fact that you have the confidence, right, to put your team in that position, right, in this game two and say you have to execute better.